All right, today I'm going to be going over SBAC Review Day 2. All right, Alyssa surveyed her classmates to determine how many miles they live from school. The results are shown in the histogram below. Determine whether each statement about the data is true. Select true or false for each statement. So I'm going to rewrite my number line down here. And then I'm just simply going to put x into each one that corresponds. So for between 0 to 1.9, I have 5 x's. Between 2 to 3.9, I have 8 x's. Between 4 and 5.9, I have 6 x's. None here, and 1 here. So if I'm going to find if the data is skewed to the right, remember that it is the opposite of what you think. This looks like it's skewed to the left, which actually means it is skewed to the right. The median of the data value is between 4.0 and 5.9. So let's find the median of this data. So I can either mark off left and right, or I can find out how many x's I have, which is 5 plus 8 is 13, 19, 20. So that means my median is between number 10 and 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So here's my Q2. So my median is between 2 and 3.9, not between 4 and 5.9, so this is false. The interquartile range of the data value is greater than 6.0. So let's figure out where, for interquartile range, it is Q3 or upper quartile minus Q1, which is lower quartile. Q3 is the middle of the data to the right of the median. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So my median is here, or my upper quartile. My lower quartile is the middle of this data, which is here. So the absolute biggest number I could have for my Q3 would be 5.9, and I'm going to be taking something away from that. So there's no way that my interquartile range could be greater than 6.0, so this is false. Paul could play 16 songs on his guitar. He learned some new songs. Now he can play 23 songs. In the first box, enter an equation to represent the number of new songs, S, that Paul learns. In the second box, enter the number of new songs represented by S in the situation. All right, so he could play 16 songs. He added, we don't know how many songs, and now he can play 23 songs. Number of new songs, simply take 23, take away the 16, and he must have learned 7 new songs. A quiz contains history and geography questions. The ratio of history to total questions, so this is history, this is total questions, is 4 to 5. Select all the statements that are true about the quiz. The ratio of history questions, total questions, to history questions is 5 to 4. So this is true. The ratio of history questions to geography questions is 4 to 1. So if I have 4 that are history and a total of 5, that must mean I have 1 that actually is a geography question. So that means I would have 4 history to 1 geography. So this is true. There is 1 more history question than geography question. 1 more history than geography? No, that's not true. Consider the inequality x is greater than negative 1.5. So here, if I draw this as a number line, here's 0, here's negative 1.5. Remember, as we move this way, everything is bigger. As we move this way, everything is smaller. Determine whether each value of x makes this inequality true. Select yes or no for each value. So if I put in, for the x, negative 2.5 greater than negative 1.5, well, let's see, where would negative 2.5 be? It would be out here. So it's actually smaller, so this is false. 15, let's put 15 in here. Is 15 greater than negative 1.5? Yes, 15 is going to be out here, so clearly we're moving to the right, so this is true. 4 is going to be true. Negative 2 would actually lie here. So it's actually smaller, so this is false. And then 0.2 would be here. So if we're going from here to here, then yes, this is larger, so that would be true. All right, consider the points plotted on the number line, A, B, C, and D. Select true or false for each statement about the points on the number line. The value of point A is less than -3. All right, so we have A is here. We got to figure out where is -3. So if this is -2, this must be -1, -2, -3. So it wants to know, is A less than -3? Here's -3. If we go from -3 to the right, that means we're getting bigger. So it looks to me like -2 is actually bigger than -3, so this is false. The value of point B is greater than the value of point A. So from A to B, we move to the right, so that means B is bigger, so this is true. The value of point D is -4. Clearly this is not a -4, this is a +4, this is false. Raymond wants to know the cost of buying different numbers of songs for his MP3 player. The cost of each song is the same. Let S represent the possible numbers of song Raymond could buy. Let D represent the amount of money. And so we've got to figure out, we know that 2 songs is going to cost him $2.58. So if I'm trying to figure out how much one song is, I would have to take the cost of 2 songs and divide it by 2. And it tells me that each song is $1.29. So for these ones that I know the number of songs, I just multiply how many songs times $1.29. So 7 times 129 gives me 903. And this one we have 11 songs at $1.29 each, which is $14.19. Now if we're going from here to here by multiplying by 1.29, that means we go from here to here by dividing by 1.29. So if I take 5.16 and divide it by 1.29, that tells me that this is 4 songs. And if I take 21.93 and divide it by 1.29, that tells me that this is 17 songs. If you have questions on any of these, please see me at RAM.